Welcome back to my channel. The government of China has now embarked on the destruction of all Islamic mosques in the country of China. Okay, they have now arrested basically all of the Muslims who live there, and they are placing them in concentration camps, right? And it is quite surprising to hear that this is taking place in a country that I always thought was a little bit more peaceful than most countries in the region, right? China has taken a progressive stance in many issues related to African people, uh, which I can't just take out of the record. That has to be stated, right? But China has an alter ego, which is a dictatorial regime, and it shows itself every once in a while, right? But in any event, the concentration camps that China has placed all of the Muslims in are aimed at re-educating all of them and basically forcing them to convert to another religion. Now, they are exposing them to various forms of asceticism. They are exposing them to Buddhism in the hopes that they will abandon Islam and convert to Buddhism, right? And this is a humanitarian crisis. This is one of the most inhumane practices that a person can do in terms of forcing a person to change their religion, forcing a person to change the way they praise God, the way they refer to God, right? The name that they use to refer to God. If you force them to change that, you are basically assaulting the fiber of their being. You are not allowing them to have the self determination and the freedom of conscience to praise the Creator in the way that they see fit, right? And apparently, in these concentration camps, the guards are raping the women, sexually abusing men and women in these concentration camps, right? I mean, this is an atrocity that we as a global community should not allow to go unnoticed, should not allow to go unpunished. Okay? We need to place sanctions on countries like China for forcibly converting people to the religion that the state has deemed fit for them. Okay? We as a country in the Bahamas have a community of Islamic people here who are our brothers and sisters. We never had any issues with them. They have always been a positive contribution to the society. Okay? Um, I would just like to say that all of us in our respective countries should lobby our government in incidents like this. Not just this issue, but when we see any humanitarian crisis taking place, we need to lobby our government and basically force our government to make a comment. All right, because many times you would find that even in the Caribbean, our governments are very silent when humanitarian crisis or crises would take place. All right, and many of them are silent out of fear that they will be um, criticized by the various leaders of these nations, or that they would lose some sensitive um, economic partnerships, right? But when it comes down to a humanitarian crisis, we should not worry about the possible loss of revenue. We need to think about the possible loss of life, think about the possible loss of the civilized way of life that we are attempting to bring about in the world. All right. So we need to write letters to the United Nations, write letters to these international organizations, write letters to the government of China, and basically lobby on behalf of these human beings who are being forced in detention centers to convert to another religion. So, people, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below about this crisis. What are your thoughts? What can we do to make an impact on situations like this moving forward? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. One love.